Welcome back to the Student Pages podcast. Great to be here. I'm with the incessantly likeable comedian Jake Lambert. How are you?
I'm very good, thank you. I didn't expect that.
Oh, I just thought I'd flatter you straight out the gate.
Very nice. Was that written down, or was that since I've walked into the room?
That's a judgment I've made on you since meeting you about 5 minutes ago.
That was even nicer. Thank you.
It is written down. I've heard you're a very sort of likeable, sort of.
You've read reviews.
Would you describe yourself as like a maybe a family friendly comic?
You've been reading the reviews.
Well, Go on.
I get such a. So I think the first, when I went to Edinburgh and got reviewed, one of the first reviews that came out of my first hour, so 2018, was he is everyone's cup of tea, ergo not everyone's cup of tea.
Right.
Basically, they'll go, and then everyone's like, he'll appeal from 8 to 80-year-olds. People always just seem, I think it's because I smile and I don't swear is what they mean, but they just instead go, very family friendly, and he'd be your nan's favourite, and you go, wow, that's a demographic.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like in comedy though, is that ever tough on the club circuit?
What do you mean? As in not swearing?
People sort of expect you to come out and shock them, and you come out and.
I shock them because I think that I look like a child, so that's already shocked them. But then if I swore, I think that'd be too much for people to handle. So actually, this year, this Edinburgh, I'm trying to sort of push people a bit more, and sort of I'm saying things a bit edgier than I've said, and maybe giving a bit more of an opinion. So I do wonder how it would be taken. In the previews, it makes people go, they don't expect it from my voice or from my face. So I'm talking about Michael Jackson, for example, but people get tense because, for one, I look more like a victim than anything, but also they just clearly don't want me to be giving too much of an opinion, because it sounds like it's going to be hard hitting, and they just want me to talk about I don't know, making a cup of tea or something, which I actually did do for 5 minutes in my first hour. So they're right to expect it.
Yeah, maybe you've got a face that consigns you to. I feel like I started being nice and now I'm just insulting you. The thing is, I feel like there's a lot of cheeky lad energy in this booth now.
Wow, cheeky lad.
And now I feel like I'm being competitive with you without even realising.
Oh, right, as in for likeability.
Yeah.
No, you'd win.
Oh, thanks so much.
You're very welcome. But then I win for that compliment, I guess. So now it's gone straight back to me.
Jesus Christ, I hate you already.
But no, in the clubs, it's amazing how many people come up to me after I've been on, and they'll say, to be fair, these are all these have all been women, and they might not be, but they all look like they're about in their 40s, and they'll all go, I love that you didn't swear.
Yeah.
So I've never had a stag do come and compliment me on that. So it's certainly a certain demographic that appreciate it. But I do think as well, other comedians go, it's impressive that you don't. And this is going to sound like gloating. But now I've prefaced it with that I'm okay to say it. But I now support Michael McIntyre, and his thing when he first saw me was like, oh wow, you're so clean. You don't swear. It's brilliant. So it's actually paid off. But it wasn't like a business move.
Yeah,
but I just don't, and I don't swear off stage. So it'd be weird to suddenly swear on stage.
Yeah.
So I don't swear. No, I don't swear.
You don't swear at all?
Sometimes when driving, but I think we all do that. Do you drive?
No, I don't.
Oh, so you're more likeable than I am, because when people get behind the wheel.
But I swear though.
Oh, do you?
You don't swear?
Not really. But no, I just don't really swear.
Is that? What is that? Why is that?
I'm very religious. No, I just I just never have done. I don't know why. I mean, this suddenly turns to therapy.
No, but
I just don't swear.
I want to plug straight away. I want to plug Never Mac the Same MISTAK Twice.
Oh, okay, thanks.
Which you're bringing to the Soho Theatre soon.
I am doing it at Soho Theatre. Yeah, I'm doing that the 31st of March and the 1st of April. Actually, giving me anxiety because I've started to write my new show, and in fact, last night as I was trying to fall asleep, I was trying to go over that show in my head because I don't remember it. So actually, I mean, I'm not selling this very well. But if you come along, you'll see a man trying to remember a show he did last August and then didn't think about as of the start of September that was gone.
At least you won't be swearing.
Oh, but there's no swear words in it.
Fantastic.
And I think actually in my new show, there's no one's ever referred to it as this, but I don't want to swear on the podcast. No one's ever called this swear word this. The W word.
The W word?
Yeah. Oh, did he? Oh, he's been on it.
Yeah,
that's cool.
That was the first one.
Oh, I'll listen to that. Is that out?
Yeah, he did like he did like improvised. I asked him to mix garage and Gregorian chanting, and he just did it like that.
I mean, I only know what one of those things are, so I wouldn't have been able to do that at all.
Which one?
Actually, you say that. I wouldn't have to define garage. What's Gregorian chanting?
It's just sort of. Oh,
okay. Yeah. Like the monks.
Yeah.
Yeah, they do that. And so he did it. I was going to say, how did he do it? But I guess you can't do it, can you? Go on, give it a go.
I couldn't do a pastiche. It was very impressive though.
I mean, everyone's now is going to stop listening to this and go listen to that episode.
But
wanker.
Like swearing.
Not
wanker.
You. That's the word. Just suddenly turned on you. That's the word I say in my new show.
Okay.
So that's as bad as it gets.
That's been a big step.
The W word.
What was I going to say? Oh yeah, I googled the show, and you probably already know this, but when you Google, if you Google it without your name, if you just Google "never make the same mistake twice,"
right?
A book comes up. I think it's the memoir of a woman who was on the Real Housewives of Atlanta.
Right? Has she got that title?
Yeah, called Nene Leakes.
That's her name.
Never make the same mistake twice. Lessons on love and life learned the hard way.
But did she keep the E's in?
She did.
Oh, she missed a trick.
Yeah.
So I'm the only one that's gone for never.
Google corrects it. So
it corrects it for you. So marketing-wise, that was a terrible choice for name.
That's awful.
That
was a real oversight. You didn't know about this? You haven't read this?
Didn't know about that. I didn't even Google the show myself.
Okay. It wasn't.
But I knew everything about it. I didn't have to Google it.
Yeah,
it was my own show.
You started out doing, well, before you did comedy.
Yes.
You started out just sort of being funny on Twitter.
Yeah. So that's why. Well, basically, because Twitter came about, and I was like, oh, cool, you can just write jokes.
Yeah.
And that's fun. And then some comedians started messaging me and asking to buy the jokes off of me.
No way.
Yeah. And that was real genuine shock. I liked your no way.
But that's great.
Yeah.
How much?
It wasn't much. It was it was like, I think the first one was like £50.
What was the joke?
I'm not allowed to say.
Oh, really?
Because they still use it.
Wait, because
I'm not allowed to say that.
You sold it?
Yeah. So I was like, oh, great. I was like, well, I was just tweeting them for free, and then suddenly I was making money. So I was like, great. And then after a while, I was thinking, I might as well do this myself.
Yeah.
So I went into London to do like open mics, and then obviously they don't pay, so I was losing money by doing it. But then, and then I got, what was it? BBC Comedy Award. I went and did that, so I was on the BBC, nice. And then my agency picked me up, and then suddenly I was doing like clubs, just telling these jokes, and it just never stopped. So I just kept going. It's
just one-liners to start with, then.
It was just to start with. Then I got really bored of them. I don't know how people do it as a career, because they last about 20 seconds, and then you move on to a different idea, and they're so hard to write. But if you just tell stories, you can just kill 5 minutes.
Did you have like a favourite one line you did back in the day, like one that really knocked them dead?
What was my favourite? I think my favourite was my mum makes a mean dinner. Last night's was alphabetic spaghetti that spelt out you're adopted.
That's a really good
one. I'm glad you got a laugh at that. I've been awful if you didn't laugh at that. But yeah, that was one. But there's still some in there that I still sometimes do. But like I just turned them into stories and like pretended it was real. So I'm lying to the audience.
It's okay. It happens.
But that was it, yeah. And then I just never stopped. So I got Twitter to thank for that.
Brilliant.
So I'm it.
Because I tweet on Twitter. I tweet. I changed the Finlay Comedy because I thought.
Oh, that makes sense. Yeah, for your name and stuff.
Snap that up.
Actually, mine is still at Little Lost Lad. I haven't bothered changing mine. Yeah. So is Milk Monitor available? I'm not going to take it, but somebody can.
It was underscore Milk Monitor, so that's available.
Oh, okay.
You can get Milk Monitor.
Right. And was Finlay Comedy available?
Finlay Comedy was available.
Right, okay. And you are available for bookings?
Yes, I am. Do you want to book me for something?
I'll come and do a podcast with you.
All right.
Done. Have you got videos of you doing stand-up on YouTube?
Yeah.
You have?
Yeah.
I'll check them out.
Oh, sweet. I'll probably see you at a gig sometime.
Yeah, maybe. What, are you in the audience or are you on?
Are you
coming to Soho?
Am I coming to Soho?
Yeah.
What, as in...
The show that you just spoke about 10 minutes ago.
Oh, am I coming to your show?
Yeah.
Wow.
That has even got to be yes, but the last thing you want is a
Because the thing is, I won't be able to because I live in France at the moment.
You live in France at the moment?
I live in France, yeah.
Is this real?
Yeah.
You live in France? Whereabouts in France?
In Lyon.
Really?
Yeah.
Why?
I'm on my year abroad.
Really?
Yeah.
Why are you here?
It's half term.
Right. That's amazing.
Did you go uni?
Yes, I did, yeah.
What did you do?
Not a lot. Got drunk.
Oh, wait.
And studied film. What? Yeah. What are you studying?
Got drunk and watch films, basically.
Yeah. It's similar to what I do now, to be honest.
I do French.
Oh, do you?
Yeah.
Do you watch French films?
I do, yeah.
They're good, aren't they?
Yeah, I'm really into the French director at the moment called...
oh, God. You cannot say this without sounding like a W word, can you? It's impossible.
I'm going to move past it. What were you about to say, sorry?
I watched that. Once you get past the subtitles, which is actually more fun because we're used to staring at our phones and watching films anyway, so it gives you something else to do, which we're used to doing. So like reading Twitter and watching something.
It's great.
It's brilliant. But you end up sounding so pretentious if you like French cinema. But the fact that you actually don't even have to read the subtitles, do you?
I put them on in French because sometimes I can't hear them. In English,
okay.
In English, it's a bit confusing because you're working on two levels.
Yeah.
Trying to understand the French meaning and then how the English person's interpreted it.
Right. Oh, okay.
But I watch them with French subtitles just in case I can't hear.
So, but do you watch English films with English subtitles in case you can't hear that?
Sometimes I watch English films with French subtitles to improve my French.
Wow. Imagine going over his Netflix and chill. Puts on the French subtitles of 4 Weddings and a Funeral.
Yeah.
Have you seen 4 Weddings and a Funeral?
I haven't. No.
What would that be in French?
It'd be quatre mariages et un enterrement.
It's lovely. Wow. Are you single?
Sorry?
Are you single?
It's complicated.
Oh God!
Why?
Just because that's very. I imagine people really enjoy that.
I'm seeing a French girl.
Oh right. Oh, so for her.
Yeah.
Would you do an English accent for her? All right, darling.
Do you know what? Actually, I've got a funny story. Because she's been around, been visiting in London, and what we do is we talk half in French and half in English because she wants to practice her English and I want to practice my French. So, obviously she's used to American English, so I speak this sort of like watered down, like went to school in East London, like speaks like I was trying to teach her Cockney rhyming slang.
Right.
But she's sort of getting it, but she's not really mastered it yet. And she woke up the other night and she went, oh. And I was like, what is it? And she goes, I just had a Tony Blair. I thought that was brilliant.
That's incredible. You tell that. Oh, sorry, I hate when people say this to me. I can't believe I'm about to say it to
do it on stage.
I'm sorry, what a terrible thing to say. But that is very funny.
Maybe I'll try it tonight.
Oh, you got a gig tonight?
Doing boat show.
Oh, lovely.
Yeah.
That's always a good gig. What is that, Tuesday? Guinea Pig Club?
Yeah, it's Guinea Pig.
So you're doing new material?
So I'll do it. Yeah,
so you can try it?
Yeah.
Great. So how long have you been going?
I've been doing this so I did comedy for a year and then did So You Think You're Funny.
Oh, yeah.
And then obviously I had to, so I won So You Think You're Funny.
Did you?
Yeah.
Wow.
Thanks.
Congratulations.
Thanks so much.
Sorry. I feel bad that I didn't know.
No, it's fine.
That's great. What year did you win?
Last year.
Did you? Wow.
And then, of course, I had to go to France, so...
Oh, okay. Oh, that's a shame. Well, no, it's not a shame. It's brilliant. But I mean, so you can write it out and stuff. That's really cool.
Thanks.
Oh, wow.
Thanks
well
so
done.
Much. Thanks so much.
So do you have like an agent and stuff, or what's your...
Yeah, I'm with the Blue Book.
I don't know Blue Book.
Oh, they used to be called CKP.
Oh, really? Oh, I didn't know they changed their name.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Oh, well done.
Thank you.
Sorry, that sounds really patronising. I just had no idea.
I actually really appreciate that.
Yeah, it's cool.
Obviously.
Do you gig in France?
Yeah, so I've been doing gigs in French.
Wow. And how's that?
That was great. I did a gig in a shisha bar the other week, and I thought I was going to absolutely bomb. And one of the guys went, do you know what? Look, the guy before me bombed, and someone elbowed me and said, do you know what you should do? You should go up on stage and just say salam alaikum and they'll all love you. So I did it and they went, way!
Really?
Yeah.
That was a risk.
Yeah, I know. They loved it.
And it worked.
Yeah.
So you obviously do it in fluent French.
Well, yeah, I tend not to improvise too much, but...
yeah. Do they know that you're English? Can they tell when they hear your accent?
All my jokes are about being English.
Oh, okay.
Completely
right.
set.
A lot of Brexit stuff at the minute, right?
Yeah, I do a little bit like that.
I bet they love that.
Yeah.
Oh, that's really cool.
Yeah.
Oh, well done.
The accent. And I get obviously, because like, you think about some comedians like a little bit funnier because you've got a little bit of an accent. It's a little bit of an edge to it.
Yeah.
And then I actually get like here I have no angle. Do you know what I mean? Like I'm just a guy.
Don't put yourself down.
No, but like I'm not like over there. I've got I'm the English comic.
Yes. Okay. Yeah.
So I get to do my thing.
Right.
Get to flex on them.
Yeah. Oh wow. Well, good for you. So it's just become me interviewing you. I'm not sure at which point this flipped. I think I now run this podcast. But thanks for coming in.
Do you want to play this a little bit?
Oh yeah. I mean, so some people just download this, so that, as in audibly. So to them, this means nothing. Now I am really running the podcast.
That's a good point. I hadn't thought about that, but that will encourage them to sort of
to look on YouTube.
They're just going to hear like.
I mean, this is going to sound absolutely mad. I mean, actually, you'd rather not watch.
Yeah, it's not.
It's the what do you call this? I'm boxing.
Rock'em Sock'em Robots.
Rock'em Sock'em. It's a very like
1964
American. I only know it from the opening credits to Malcolm in the Middle. There was like a little bit when they were playing that. Do you know that?
No, this makes me think of the in the second Willy Wonka film they made.
Oh, okay.
When they were, I remember Malcolm in the Middle, but I'm not.
You don't remember that reference?
Not vividly.
It was pretty good. It was a cracking reference. He liked it, but that's not going to be appreciated on the podcast or on YouTube. But there's somebody who got
that. Or maybe it's not really our generation.
But that went terribly.
Yeah.
But it was a nice idea.
It was good.
Where do you want to go next?
I do have these questions for you.
Oh, sorry. Let's do. We can blitz them now. What have we got? About 5 minutes left.
Yeah, go on. How long do we have? 5 minutes? Oh yeah. I saw a review that talks about every single review I seem to read of yours say you sort of play pranks on people.
Oh, I did. It's mad what people pick up on. Not you, sorry. That's really going to have a go at you. When reviewers see something in your show and they say one thing, they make it seem like it's such a big deal. Yeah. But you just go, if you just there's one of the stories is on YouTube, which is that we're at university, my friend brought a girl back from his course. He'd been on a date with her, so we put pictures of her up around his room. So I told that story. And then the next year, I told a different story we did on him. But these are only like 3-minute things. But then it becomes such a bit that everyone always says, oh, so you're like a prankster. I'm like, well, no, because it sounds like I'm like Ashton Kutcher. So, do you get that reference?
No.
Okay.
Is it?
What did he have? He had one where he had pranked celebrities. Punked. Do you remember that?
Oh, God, no.
2003?
No idea what that is.
No. Oh, okay. So, basically, yeah, I mean, I don't know what to say apart from I'm not like a massive pranker like Living with Me is a Nightmare, I'm putting cling film over the toilet or whatever. I just literally told 2 stories and then they hone in on it, and for some reason people couldn't review the show without mentioning that one story, but they ignored like the other 57 minutes.
Yeah, there was one review that said like they made it sound, they were like, yeah, he told a story about a prank, but the ends didn't really justify the means.
Yeah, I know, and it's like the biggest laugh in the show. I know which one you're talking about. I was livid. I was like, that's such a big payoff. It's on YouTube if people check it out, and then they'll go, that is a good payoff, and that goes wrong. But you can't reply to reviews. You have to just leave it.
I thought you made it sound like the prank was really like horrible. I wanted to hear what you did.
Oh, no, it was just, I mean, people type my name into YouTube and it's up there. It's at the Magners Comedy Award or something, and you can watch it. Have you seen it?
I didn't watch the Magners one.
I'll watch that clip and then you'll get it all. That's it for you. Sorry, it sounds like I'm refusing to answer the question. I just mean, people will see, and then I reckon it's a justified ending. I don't know why he didn't like the ending.
Oh, but look that up.
Look that up. You're on YouTube now anyway.
Yeah.
This should, if the algorithm of YouTube works how it should, that video should be next.
There we go.
But I can't imagine that's the case. But just click.
There is a good video of you on YouTube though where you.
Thank you.
There's one where you like you train to become a tube driver.
Yes, I did do that for Comedy Central.
It's so funny.
Oh, thank you.
It's so funny.
I was hoping to get series off the back of that, but no. I thought it'd be good if I just went and tried jobs.
Oh yeah. I thought it was brilliant.
Thank you very much. I enjoyed that day. It was great.
I wanted to know what was in the exam they made you do.
I can't remember. It's one of those things where even though it was just like for a laugh, the words were still moving around on the page. I had no idea what any of it was.
Really?
And in that simulator thing at the start, I was supposed to learn to play the simulator game and then see if I could do the real job. And I couldn't even work the simulator game.
Oh, yeah.
So I couldn't do either.
Oh, shit.
But that was fun. Thank you.
Yeah, it was just really good.
Thank you.
Was there anything like that they cut out, or like I just want to know?
Probably. We filmed all day, and I think it's about 5 minutes long, isn't it?
Yes.
But we filmed like 8 till 5. It was a long day for me.
Yeah.
I usually do 20 minutes, so that was a long day.
But yeah, so you're not going to give up comedy and become a train driver then?
Certainly not. But I'd love to make more of those videos. I'm glad you enjoyed that.
I love that. Do you know in the Tube they've got a handle, right? And it's called a dead man's handle. And it's so that, like the way, was it, so you have to, you put your hand on it, and the way it works is if you die while you're driving the train, and you go like that, then it stops the train.
Wow.
And it's just there.
Was that in the video?
That was, you were there.
Oh, was it? Oh. I didn't pay attention.
Yeah.
But, okay. So, that does ring a bell.
Yeah,
so,
yeah.
you hold on to it, and if you die, the train stops.
Yeah, but it's just a constant reminder that you could
die at any moment.
You could die. Like,
you should have those in cars and stuff. It's great.
Yeah.
Not on planes. Sorry, keep it light.
Oh, God.
Any other questions?
We've got a minute left.
Oh, right.
If I had yes or no questions, that would be great, but I don't.
Ask them anyway, and I would go yes or no.
Okay. Were you funny at school?
Yes, hilarious. I'm allowed to elaborate. Everyone's funny at school, though.
Yeah,
so when people say funny at school, but everyone is. That's
true.
What school is.
That's true.
Like my friend Jay was really funny at school. We had to do like an English essay, and the teacher was telling him off because he just used commas all the time. She goes, "You use too many commas. The rule is you only use comma when you have to take a breath." Oh, that's the alarm. Have we got to go? Should finish that story there. No, I refused to. And she said, you only use commas, you have to take a breath. And he went, I did miss, but I've got asthma. Everyone's funny at school.
Classic. That's true. Everyone's funny at school.
Is that we got to end on that question?
Yes.
Oh, okay. That was a yes one.
Yeah,
nice.
Yeah. Is that? Oh, I'm getting that.
Oh, you're getting that. Is that because of time, or are you just not enjoying it anymore? No comment.
Anyway.
It takes so long to answer.
Yeah, obviously time.
Anyway, thanks so much for coming in, Jake.
Oh, thank you for having me.
It was a pleasure.
That was good fun.
Yeah, it was good, wasn't it?
Enjoy France.
Thanks so much.
Are you going to Edinburgh this year?
Yeah.
Oh, you are? Brilliant. Oh, so am I. I should have said that earlier.
Yeah, sorry, if you don't mind, I'm just going to try and finish the podcast.
Oh.
And we'll talk afterwards.
Oh, okay. Is this bit staying in?
This
because this is a tense end.
I really like this because I feel like I've regained control of the podcast.
You really spoke with like gritted teeth. Like, actually, I'm trying to do a job. Can we talk in a minute? But I thought it'd be nice
Listen, I know you've been doing comedy a little bit longer than me.
I thought it'd be nice to say what you're doing up there, and I'll do the same. But this is tense.
No, I'll be doing it.
You're doing an hour,
and I'm gonna do like a compilation show.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I'll stop answering questions because apparently that's not wanted anymore. I thought maybe you hadn't told this girl that you're seeing that you were going to be leaving France for a month or something. That's why it was. I'm going to stop talking.
Sorry. I'm really sorry. Thanks so much for listening, everyone. That was a Student Pages podcast. Go check out Jake Lambert on YouTube.